Hey, Pamela Bruner here with the 5 critical pieces of business mindset. Now, you've probably heard the quote that the subconscious mind controls 90 to 95% of what we do every day on a daily basis. In business, the conscious mind is controlling the strategy, while the unconscious mind is controlling the mindset. As I've mentioned in other posts, sometimes mindset challenges masquerade as strategic challenges. You may think you have a strategic challenge. I just need to know how to do this, or I just need to learn how to run Facebook ads, even though you've never gotten a client before, or something like that. You're doing the wrong thing at the wrong time because your mindset is holding you back from the right strategy. So if this feels true to you, I invite you to look at the 5 critical pieces of business mindset as I run through them and ask yourself, is there a possibility? Is there a possibility that this is actually working for me? All right, so the first critical piece of business mindset is worthiness. Now, worthiness is the opposite energy of the fear of not being enough. Now, this often shows up in clients who say to me, I don't know if my clients will get the results that they want. Sometimes it shows up as, who am I to do this? Or there are so many people who are better at this than I, or more successful, or they've been doing it longer. And creating worthiness, creating the mindset of worthiness is fairly complex because there is a strategic piece to that. The strategy piece is you do have to be good at what you're doing. And the truth is you are not as good now as you will probably be in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. And incorporating that knowledge that you are going to improve and get better as you go is part of the worthiness journey and part of getting the mindset. Also, getting clear on your worthiness at a core emotional level. As a human being, many of us are in transformation because we grew up with worthiness issues. So it's not surprising that you might struggle with this. The second critical mindset piece is what I'll call resilience. Resilience is the opposite energy of fear of failure. The truth is that business owners fail all the time, and successful business owners fail as they are running their successful businesses. Failure is part of a successful business. And being able to pick yourself up and move on after you experience a failure, that's resilience. That's a critical mindset piece. So how quickly can you pick yourself up? What did you learn from the experience? And how well do you incorporate that learning in what you do in the future is part of your resilience and it's a strategic part, but it's part of your mindset. Okay, the third mindset piece is service. Now, in the transformational industry, we like to think we're of service all the time, but the opposite energy of service is the fear of judgment. So if you're saying, I can't do this in business because people are going to judge me, or I can't say this in a sales conversation because people are going to judge me, or I can't charge this much because people are going to judge me, the truth is people are always going to judge you. They're going to judge you whether you're in business, whether you're not in business, whether you're an employee somewhere, they're always going to judge you. But if you fear that they won't like what you market, they won't like how you sell, and they won't accept your boundaries, maybe as you set boundaries in your business. You may even feel judged about the money you make. That will hold you back from the success you want. If you need to shift that energy into a mindset of service, and then you're far more powerful and you can move forward. Right. The fourth critical business piece is connection. Connection is the opposite energy of fear of rejection. So have you ever experienced fear of rejection? I experience it all the time. It's still a mindset piece that I work with, as all of these are. I have literally worked on every single one of these multiple times over multiple years. And overcoming them has been a key to my success. So as you reach out to potential clients, potential referral partners, potential team members, you're going to experience some people saying no. And it will be painful if you don't have the right mindset. Also, the energy of connection is important to results. So it not only is it painful to hear a no, when you lack that connection, that fear of rejection, it's more likely that you'll get a no. So it's sort of circular. It makes sure that you're finding new ways to connect and new ways to be in connection with people and not fearing that rejection. Otherwise, you'll actually bring forward what you fear. And the final critical mindset piece is what I call power. Some people might call it confidence. And this is the opposite of the fear of things not working for you. So if you're like, well, yeah, other people do that, it works for them, but I don't know why it doesn't work for me. That's a lack of power. That's a lack of confidence. And when you're in that particular energy, what will happen usually is you'll procrastinate because you'll slow down on things that you might take on otherwise for fear that they're not going to work. Like, why would you work hard? Why would you push forward in something that's probably not going to succeed? The other thing is that lack of confidence will show up in your engagement with people. You'll be less likely to make engagements from a really authentic part of you because you're not feeling confident about it. All right, so as I went through those 5 critical mindset pieces, did any of those resonate with you? Did you feel like, oh yeah, that is me? So I want you to consider doing my 2020 Accelerator program. I am working with a small handful of people on how to make 2020 an incredible year. We're going to analyze the strategy that you should have, and then we're going to work on the mindset for you to implement that strategy. I don't usually work like this with people. I may never do it again, but I have been really called into doing this for the beginning of 2020, for the beginning of the decade. So if that sounds good to you, I want you to click the link. I want you to set up a time to talk to me, and I look forward to talking to you about your 2020 Accelerator.